Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. I am your humble host Gavin the Kitty, the only cat on the internet who forgot to send links to his Telegram friends. Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not done quite yet, but I wanted to check up on everybody, see how they're doing. Especially since I got some news that one of my friends isn't doing the best today, so... Alrighty. Alrighty, I think that's everybody. Stream has now begun. Oh boy. File... Unpause it. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Hi, Tree Boy, welcome. So, I believe we're going to be using the submarine to get to where we want to go next. My controller isn't plugged in. Let me fix that. The fuck is this? Oh, my boyfriend and his weird cables. There we go. Now my controller's plugged in. How are you doing today, Tree Boy? Okay. Oh, great. Now I have to configure my controls. Because, of course. That's good. Config. It should be just input, right? This is a good Sonic game. It's for the DS, it's Sonic Rush Adventure, but if my controls aren't working, that is a problem. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's not even reading this as a controller. Fun. Fun. That's not worrying at all. This is why I don't unplug my shit, but I don't know why he did, so that's that. Sorry about the delay for today. I really wasn't expecting for me to have to set up an entirely separate controller because I figure my stuff's usually hooked up properly. Hello, Fox. No? This one isn't even reading it. How about I plug it in through this one then? Not a single signal. Cool. This is fun, right? You ever just have to plug in everything because every cable you have because there's nothing that's working. Oh, well, sorry to interrupt your dinner with my silly stream, but I'm having issues today with getting things set up. So, leaving a like would especially be helpful. Yeah, this isn't reading either. The fuck? The hell is going on here? Hang on, I have to reboot it. Finishing this game. That is what is planned. But if I'm having this many problems... then I can't very well do that. Then... there we go! Looking for anywhere on the map. Yeah, somebody was wondering about the title today. So there is a YouTuber called Some Call Me Johnny, as well as a character called Johnny in this game, and that's how you get emeralds. So I thought it'd be fun to do like a pun sort of thing with his name. But there, now we can finally set sail on the open sea. Let's give this a shot. Oh boy. Yeah, no. You thought I was... oh boy. The... there we go, we made it. There we go. Trying to, yeah. Trying to do multiple things at once. There's an entrance. Pirates, we've tracked the pirates to the hideout, so. Alright. Let's see where we have to go next. all over the... Ah, okay. Nope, not there. Small island to the east. He said east of the sealed ruins, right? There we go. Yep. Today's all about just finishing up the game. Hope everybody's been doing well. I haven't done a whole lot since last part. I've been playing Stray. I'm preparing for a speed run of that game on this channel, so look forward to that whenever it happens. The stream is going to be less than 2 hours long, guaranteed. Because I'm going to be practicing that game like there's no tomorrow. Well, because there's an achievement in Stray for beating it in under 2 hours. Also, I like Stray. It was a fun game, and I really wanted to share it with you guys, but I didn't want to spoil any of the story. And to do any of the story stuff, I mean, it's... You kind of gotta... To not spoil any of the story stuff, you kind of just have to breeze past it instead of actually, like, sit and do it. So... Yeah. Oh, my first playthrough of that game took me 6 hours. And there was a lot of just aimless wandering. So... The idea is, it won't be so aimless now that I know what I'm doing. There's only like 3 areas in that game. It's $60, or $30, but it certainly should be 60. That game is great. Ooh, sweet. And it seems like we're gonna have a co-host for just a little bit today. Oh boy. There we go. Oh, I gotta give him a link. Invite people. Boom. just gotta join the server. Server links, by the way, are in the description below for all of you guys as well. Oh, shoot. Now I gotta find people. Rules. Hello, welcome today. Oh wow, you're quiet. Turn you up a little bit. Go ahead and talk real fast.
Okay.
You're still real quiet. Huh.
Am I too quiet?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Huh.
You're like barely over the game actually. And my game is really quiet, so.
Do I have to be like this close to it?
That's better.
Okay.
Oh boy. Well, welcome to today. Glad I could finally have you on. I know it's not Resident Evil, but...
Right.
But welcome everybody, this is Spoctor. He is a friend of the channel's, a friend of mine. I met him at Anthro, Ohio, and yeah.
I took and said hi in the chat.
I see.
You have very, very low latency.
Yes, I do.
How did you do that?
It's a button. Before you start streaming on YouTube, you can choose to use an ultra low latency mode. And it's currently in quote-unquote beta, but it works really well.
Okay. Because I'll be streaming on Twitch, because I stream on Twitch the most.
Ah.
And it has like super low latency. Like I'll say something and I'll have a response to it very, very quickly. But on YouTube it takes like a minute for me to get a response. Which is very nice to know now because I'm going to be doing a stream soon on my YouTube channel anyway. So now that I know that.
Yeah, it's one of those little secrets they don't really tell anybody.
So do you use Streamlabs or?
OBS.
Oh, you use OBS. See, I have Streamlabs and I need to switch to OBS.
Yeah, OBS is nice and easy. I don't know how to use Streamlabs, to be perfectly honest.
It's like OBS, but very, very simplified.
Ooh. I don't know if I'd like that, then.
It basically labels everything for you, and it has a lot of features that I know OBS, at least at the time, didn't have. So it's definitely a lot easier to use, and there's a lot of different applications that you can actually put onto it. Like I have something called Pencil Rocks, and I can use that to just play music over streams.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah, I have to, I go and play a different YouTube video.
Okay.
And then, like, lower its volume when I'm ready to go, and it becomes a bit of a hassle.
Right. So you're playing Sonic Rush, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I have not played this game.
That's fine. I mean, it's just Sonic Rush. There's not a whole lot to it. These are the new adventure areas in this game. Essentially, we draw a path for it, and because it's on the DS, you just draw a path with the touchscreen, and then you set sail and play these little mini games to get all the way through. In certain areas, you can meet up with a character called Johnny, and he will race you to try and get a Chaos Emerald.
Okay.
We've only encountered him one time, though, and I don't think it was for the Emerald. I think that was just the tutorial one. But, yeah.
I've not. I like the Sonic games, but I'm not.
You're not well versed in them?
I'm not. Yeah, I've not played a whole lot of them. Like I played, you know, the first three on. Well, I didn't play them on the Genesis. I played them on like the GameCube collection thing that they had years and years
Yeah,
ago.
Mega Collection.
Yeah, I played the first three. I played the second one on the Master System. I played 3D Blast. What else have I played on Sonic? Oh yeah, I played Sonic Adventures and Sonic Adventure 2. Those games are pretty baller.
Absolutely. Those games are a blast.
As far as after that, though, I played. What was it? Generations. I love Generations a lot.
Well,
But I've also played. I have played Sonic 06, and that game's a hot mess.
we're actually starting Sonic 06 this week, so
Fun.
I don't have that many Sonic games left to beat. I believe I've only got this game, Unleashed, Generations HD, Lost World, and 06, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I've whittled it down to the point where we kind of sort of don't have anything else to. Oh, of course, it's just like, no, go talk to the people. They'll tell you what the fuck to do.
Fox, no, he did say Spock and not
Spec.
Spectre. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's fine.
I've heard it said two ways, and I'm just like, I'll just go with the one that I heard first.
But oh, and I've also played dang, what was it called? Oh, Sonic Boom. Oh boy.
I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah.
I'm still not really looking forward to that.
If for anyone who is not completely familiar with Sonic Boom, you have two games, one on the
Three.
Wii U,
There's three.
Oh, is there 3 games?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one on the Wii U, there's one on the 3DS. What's the other one for?
There's two on the 3DS.
Okay, there's 2 on the 3DS. Okay. And there's also the show. If you want any kind of advice from me on what games you should play and watching the show, just watch the show. Don't even bother with the games. The games are terrible. The show is absolutely... Am I allowed to say fuck?
You are allowed to say fuck, yes.
It is fucking amazing. It is a great show. It breaks the fourth wall constantly, but in a way that is acceptable. It has a lot of in-jokes that make fun of the Sonic series in general. It's amazing. So if you want to watch anything, just watch the show. Don't bother with the games. The games are not that great.
I had to actually buy a copy of all of the Sonic Boom games for this series. We haven't played them yet, and I was planning on tackling them, like, dead last. As a way to be like, yes, Frontiers is over, now you get your joking bullshit game.
Yeah. Like a lot of people will take it and say like, oh, Sonic 6 is bad, and oh, Sonic Genesis, which is like the Game Boy Advance remake of the first game.
Yeah,
People are like, oh, those games are bad. I'm like, those games are bad based on technicality of their
forebears.
how they were built.
Yeah.
Because Sonic Genesis, it would have been fine if they would have zoomed out the screen a little bit and put a little bit more processing power into it to actually make it run smoothly.
Oh, well, it's built on the Sonic Advance engine. The problem is that engine is not built to work with big sprites.
Right.
So
and Sonic 06, it has an okay story. A lot of people don't like the story, but I'm like, it's fine. It's just not built right. Mostly because they decided to code the entire thing in Lua, and with Lua coding, you have to lock everything down in Lua coding. If you've ever played if anyone's ever played, what was it? Gary's Mod. Gary's Mod used the Lua code, but it's not locked down, or at least most of it's not locked down. That's the reason why you can take and throw objects and weird stuff can happen in Gary's Mod. So having that inside of what was supposed to be a AAA big party title was just not acceptable, and it just caused a lot of problems.
Yeah, Sonic Boom has just such a stupid problem though.
And then
They started building it before they knew what console it was going to be on. Found out it was the Wii U, and then realized last minute, oh, this engine is very unstable when paired with the Wii U's processing hardware.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
There's some glitches that you can do, I'm very aware.
Oh, great. What happened to Marine? I have no fucking idea. Joy. Go. I don't like Marine. Marine is quite annoying. By the way, hi Solier, hey Revolta. Oh boy, everybody's showing up today.
That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. It usually is.
It usually is.
Usually is. Didn't know that was gonna happen. You said Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures.
Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. Is that the show thing that came out?
That was the show, the one that people have been joking about. But I don't have any recollection of that show, and I've watched it twice. Like, that show is so much nothing that I'm just like, yeah.
So much nothing that you just... nothing.
I just don't deal with it. It's just not a show that I watch.
I mean, I don't necessarily care too much for, like, Pac-Man games anyway.
That's fair. I am excited about the new, the remake of Pac-Man World, but that's because I played it when I was a kid, so... I don't know. But back to Sonic.
Right.
We're just underwater.
I've also played a little bit of Sonic Colors. I haven't like beaten the game or anything, but I actually really like that one.
Sonic Colors is good. Sonic Colors is definitely a good one. At least to start with. I have my own problems with that, but it's...
Right. Well,
that...
just... What?
Oh. Go ahead and go first.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, you know, considering how much Sonic's been talking around the past several years, it's kind of nice to see that one actually did well.
Well, Sega kind of, like, mastered the Wii by the end of that generation. And fucking emulator. So if you click around a whole bunch on the screen, the emulator will just be like, yeah, no, you wanted to click off of this and minimize. So I'm like, fuck. Sometimes it can just be a hassle. Anyways.
But I've been much more of a Nintendo guy pretty much since the beginning. So I really didn't experience any other consoles until the PS2.
That's fair. I personally had a lot of experience outside of Nintendo. I grew up with the PS1, and my cousins had the N64. So by the time it got around to, oh, Gavin's old enough to play video games, I just kind of played whatever I felt like.
Yeah.
Nothing. I wasn't like, oh yes, I have to play Nintendo. Of course, I was that way for a while, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, hi Chaos, and yep. My opinion on Rush Adventure: it's a good game. It's got some flaws, but it's good. I think these mini games drag on a little bit, and I think the quote-unquote adventure elements it adds aren't very adventure-esque at all. But that's just my opinion.
This isn't an adventure game.
Yeah, it touts Rush Adventure. Really, it's just Sonic Rush, but we added mini games. And I would have preferred it if they just cut these out. But it's okay. Oh. So, speaking of up-and-coming projects on this channel, you excited to do Resident Evil with me?
That'll be fun. Which one are you doing first?
We will be starting with Resident Evil 0.
Oh, okay. So you're starting basically chronologically from the beginning.
Yep. I figured, why not? I've never played it. Could be fun.
I haven't played very many Resident Evil games. I played 2, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, and Revelations. Some of the first Revelations.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've played quite a bit of them, and at least I've started 2 and 3. I never finished them.
Yeah.
Remake or otherwise. For some reason, I just didn't finish them. I beat 8 100%, and I beat 7 100%.
I'm probably gonna stream 7 because one of my friends let me borrow his PSVR headset.
That is a good game to experience VR in.
So that's gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
I'll probably do that one. In October because I usually do a special I call it the All Hallows stream. And I just play scary games and stuff like that.
That's good. Go check out Spectre. He's good. He's got good stuff on his channel. I need to actually tag you in my stuff now. So I'll end up doing that before the end of the day.
Well, if I can get it, I'll take and drop a link to my channel in the chat if anybody wants to go check it out.
Okay. I haven't.
Let me see. Oh, and Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5. I really like RE5, but you have to play it co-op.
That's fair. I have a co-op partner for that one, but he does not want to play it.
Huh.
He says he's just like, yep, nope, we're not doing that. I'm like, why not? And he never gives me a great reason, so.
It is a frustrating game if you play it solo.
Yeah, I've heard. So I want to play it with my boyfriend on stream, but
Right.
I know damn well he is not going to want to play that with me.
Right. And because the AI for Sheva in that game is so terrible. She will stand in front of you while you're shooting. She will use up all of your healing items, even if you've barely lost any health. I'm like, this is a game you want to play co-op. They built it to where you can play co-op, you might as well do it.
Yeah, I know 6 is that way too.
I don't like 6, period. I don't care if you're playing it co-op, I don't care if you're playing it solo, I hate 6. So
I hear
it's
that.
So boring.
I hear that from so many people.
It's so boring. Like, the only good sequence that I played is Leon's story's pretty good. Jake's story is pretty good. Chris's story is absolutely boring. But for the majority of the game, it's just boring. I hate it, and I don't really want to play it again because the last 2 or 3 times I've played it, because I played it with one of my friends like a lot, I've just gotten a headache. Every single time we've got done with a session of playing, I'm like, man, I've got like a super bad headache. I'm bored. I hate this game. I just want to quit.
Yeah, I want to give it a shot. I want to give it a fair shake. But I'm also nervous because I've heard a lot.
Yeah. Like, usually I'm one of those people that is like, you should probably, I mean, it's not necessarily a great game, but you should probably at least play it through once. Because it's kind of like Super Mario Sunshine in that regards. I highly recommend playing through Super Mario Sunshine at least once.
Not
Don't
100%.
100% complete it.
Yeah, no, I did that. I did that recently, and I hated myself for doing it.
You see, I did that back in the day when we didn't really have a whole lot of internet access.
Bust
And you
out
had to
the
go
bust
use
out
a
the
guide and stuff.
bust out Nintendo Power and a strategy
Yeah.
guide.
That's the only way I could find all those coins. Other than that, I'm like, no, I'm not doing this again.
I don't blame you because you have to spray birds in that game, like just random blue birds.
Random blue birds that sometimes clip through the walls and don't come back for a while.
Oh boy.
Of course, I have qualms with the games other than, you know, doing it 100% because I don't like the fact that you have to basically get 7 stars in a state in every single stage until you can get to the last like Bowser. That's dumb. I'm like, I don't want to.
You know, within the past couple years, they found out that if you you can skip ahead in some of the stages to get a to unlock the other levels in that game. Like in the first in the first like area of in that first world, you can actually, instead of after you get done spraying the plant thing, you can actually climb to the top of the waterfall and go fight Petey Piranha instantly.
Oh, okay.
The bad thing is that it doesn't let you pick that. It doesn't let you pick the stages in between. So you still have to do them in order, but you can technically skip ahead. It is, and I think the only reason they did that is because I don't think I think that game was rushed to fucking back. And that says a lot about a Nintendo game if I'm saying it's rushed, because they never rush shit. But that is the one time where I'm like, yeah, Nintendo probably rushed this game, without a doubt. Nice. It's just like, do you want spikes or life?
What? Spikes of life?
Spikes. The spikes of life. It's not the spice of life. That's the spikes of life.
The spikes of life. It's worse. Oh my gosh. It's Kibbs.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm starting to feel like a human being again.
Good.
Oh, that's good. I was wondering what happened to you. I was kind of worried for a bit, like where you went to.
I was sick, like really bad.
You do
those
sound quite. You really do sound stuffy.
It's still lingering, but it's not as bad.
That's good.
Yeah. So it put me down for a good week.
Oh boy.
So
Well, I'm glad that you're able to be on today.
thank you. It's good to be here. How are you both doing?
I'm doing quite well myself.
I'm currently suffering through the no job, I need money blues.
Oh, in there.
So I don't think I'm gonna be finding a job anytime soon.
Oh boy.
You
Well,
do you have any leads or anything like that?
Not particularly, and I could probably take and be like, oh, I could go work for like Walmart or something. I'm like, I think I would rather commit self-deletion.
Oh my.
oh boy.
So I'm not a huge Walmart fan.
That's fair. Well, even if it's not Walmart, if it's something like that that's temporary, that at least keeps you afloat, it's better than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been staying afloat with commissions somehow, some way. This month has been okay for me in commissions.
Good.
I wish I could do art.
Everybody says that, and then I'm like, no, you don't, because then you have a skill that's like super specialized.
And then you keep improving it, and your style changes over the years, and
Like, yeah, it's cool, but then you get to that point where it's like, oh, I don't have any skills to like do anything else. Joy. So I either work retail or something and hate my life, or somehow get into a prestigious college and they make
but
you
then
draw.
you got debt.
Yeah. And you're still super specialized. Better hope
Yeah.
you minored in something useful.
That's about it.
It's annoying, but I don't know how I've managed to stay afloat, but I have. I kind of just thank my boyfriend and pray by the skin of my teeth that things go well.
Well, you're still here.
Yeah. On the plus side, I managed to get business cards printed finally.
Lovely.
So, Megaplex will certainly be fun. I did repairs to Presto, and he's got fans in his head now.
Good. Now,
Uh,
when you say fans in his head, you don't mean like admirers on your mind.
I mean that too, but no.
Okay. Just checking.
actual tiny little computer fans that I shoved inside the head because I'm a mad lad and needed something to cool my ass down while I'm at conventions. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to do it, but I mean, I did it. I added the neck fluff. Bought a battery. Fuckers, 50,000 milliamp battery with 4 USB ports. I may have went just a little bit overboard. But I figure the more overboard I can go, the better, because then if I forget to charge it, then at least I'll have enough to... Okay, what? Alright, I don't know what the fuck was up with that one. It was just, here's a wall. You know, everything's okay with me. I hope everything gets better with you two, though. Being sick is no fun, and being unemployed is no fun.
I mean, I don't mind being unemployed. I just don't like not having money.
Fair.
Like, if I got like an inheritance of like $200,000 or something like that, I would probably be like, no, I don't need a job for a while. I'll be fine. But you know, I don't see that happening anytime soon, so a job is.
Fuck.
Until I can make streaming my full-time thing, because it's kind of what I want to do.
Yeah.
It is definitely tricky.
Well, and I'm probably going to be discussing this in my stream that I'm going to be doing here later. But I'm kind of wanting to stray away from being a furry streamer-ish, kind of.
It's like you guys talked about in your furry YouTubers and TikTokers. There are furry YouTubers and furries that do YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm still going to take and be doing stuff on my main channel, but I kind of want to do something a little bit different, because I have like an entire setup to where I can actually use, because you know, I'm a musician, I have like instruments and things like that, so I have an entire setup where I can use my bass guitar as a video game controller.
Ooh, that could be really interesting.
Yeah.
And I just recently kind of figured out how to really set everything up to be a little bit more accurate and precise. So I'm going to try and do that. The only problem is I would like to be able to stand up, so I need a standing desk.
You get that, the add-on, you know, the one that you sit on top of your desk that raises up.
The way that I have my desk set up right now, my monitors are stationary.
Ah.
They can't move.
You could do my insane setup.
Okay.
I've got everything hooked to my TV.
Your TV?
Yeah.
So I need to take and do that, because I kind of want to. I mean, I'll still probably use things like my VR avatar, because I have that and all that. But I want to do more of other stuff.
Kind of like what we're doing here, where I don't really discuss for topics in the fandom because I don't know them. I just play video games.
Yep.
Oh boy. The stage is kind of tricky.
Got big giant water guns.
Okay, thank God, we're at the end of the stage. I was worried I was gonna get a game over.
Yep, there you go. Just saw the treasure chest spin.
Now I have to switch the way that the screens work. So on emulators, the screens work a little differently. So for this, since I'm using an emulator... Oh, here's Johnny, by the way, the green robot there.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Emulators be doo-doo.
Sometimes, Febs. It's DS emulation is tricky. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And for this, it's good emulation, but it's the way the screens work. I have to. You either get a really stretched out one, which you see on the left-hand side, or you get a nice clear view on the right-hand side. So I have it set so that that way then it picks which one's the main screen, which one's got the main action happening. Because something about the Coda stuff, it says what's the game actually like tells the DS which one is the main screen the player's going to be looking at. I don't know exactly how that works, but it mostly works.
I guess if the screen is like if you have to do a lot of stuff on the bottom screen, then the top screen would obviously be the one that you're going to be looking at.
That'll be your sub screen, but for the simulator, it switches. If I was on the top screen, it would flip and say, okay, top screen's the main screen. But for boss fights, since they use both screens, it's constantly flipping that tag. So essentially, what you end up with is a fuck ton of flashing, because the bottom and top screens keep switching.
Right.
That sounds no fun.
Yep. So every time there's a boss fight, I have to go in and go, okay, this is main screen. Back when I played the original Rush, it didn't do this. I didn't find out about this till after that playthrough, so that playthrough was actually a massive pain in my ass.
It's either the anti-piracy or graphics.
Well, anti-piracy, there's ways to get around it, but this is Whiskers. He's a robot pirate captain who looks suspiciously like Eggman. He only appears in this game. So, see, I wasn't making it up. I honestly don't know what else to talk about. This game's really self-explanatory after a point.
So what exactly is this game about for the most part? Because like I said, I've never actually played Sonic Rush series.
This game is about Sonic traveling to Blaze's dimension on accident. And then once he gets there, he finds out, hey, the Chaos Emeralds are missing, and they're in this dimension, and it's going to cause problems because they have the Soul Emeralds, and turns out there's a pirate captain who's going to unleash a giant problem, massive issue. And then it turns out that the pirate captain was made by Eggman. And this is just all a plot by Eggman and Eggman, the other Eggman, whose name I don't want to say because, no. It's a bit of a rough name. It's one of those names where, no. He's technically from the future, but yeah. I know everybody on this channel's seen him like twice now, but I don't want to talk about it because his name is They chose a word very, very close to another word, and no. But I think we're just about done. This is, I think, the final boss.
Also, speaking of Sonic going into different dimensions, does anybody remember Super Mario Brothers Z?
I do remember Super Mario Brothers Z. Also, you got quiet again.
Got quiet again?
Yeah, you got...
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. My microphone is weird because it's one of the Shure SM7Bs, so it's a dynamic microphone, so you either have to have it all the way up in order to hear me, because if I take and even turn it down just a little bit, it goes quiet.
Ooh. That could be good in some situations, but... Ew.
I looked at the name and yeah.
Yeah, Fevs, exactly. Not
Trying
really...
to find the name.
Just look up Eggman from the future.
If they ever use him again, I hope they fix that.
They have used him again. He's been in the sports titles.
Whoops.
Oh. I mean, I suppose so, but I mean, it's just...
It's hard to say the name right, though. That's what I'm talking about more so than anything.
Just, it's basically negative. It's negative Eggman, but it's...
Yeah.
It's like the first three.
Technically, the word means new, not negative.
New?
Yeah, it's an old word, so... I wish I was making that up. I wish it was negative, which is probably what they thought they were going for, because, you know, Japanese devs plus English usually doesn't end super great. There's, in fact, quite a number of games where it's like, they named this after English. They didn't know what it meant. They said the word bastard. Like, aren't Japanese developers so funny? It's like, yeah, no.
I'm still waiting for Wave 2 of Mario Kart. Haven't gotten that yet.
That isn't happening. What are you talking about, Fabs?
Wave 2 of what?
They put out new Mario Kart DLC recently.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we'll show off stuff. 5 months later, not a darn thing. And Snoozy is blepping in the chat.
I have a feeling it's going to be... next week or sometime in August.
If we're lucky. If it ever comes out. I was supposed to cover the first wave on my channel, and then I got busy. I think the same week it came out, I was either at a convention or something.
If you look at the time Nintendo upload, it's usually between each hour apart.
Yeah, Snoozy, could you stop? We love you, but no.
Please, no spam.
They like the spam for some reason, but
I have a very hard rule on my channel when I do my YouTube streams, is that absolutely no spamming. If you start spamming, you will get banned.
I don't mind the spamming here because I know it's harmless.
Right.
But
Yeah, but the spamming that I usually get is usually not so kind stuff.
we had to deal with that back during Mario 3, believe it or not. If you go and watch that video, I had to disable the chat from the stream video itself because I just couldn't.
Let me guess. They're bots.
It was assholes trying to start political battles in my chat.
Yikes.
Yeah, let's not go. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Huh.
There we go.
Speaking of comments and chat and stuff like that, I released an ASMR video about a month ago now,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of like this trippy psychedelic type ASMR thing, where I used a lot of my guitar effects to do the ASMR, so it had a lot of reverb and echoes and stuff like that. And I had people in the comments trying to sell shrooms. I'm like, no, none of that.
The
I
fuck?
don't have any of that. Yeah.
All I have to say to that is the fuck, because, like, what the fuck? I've never had that. I've had. There's been people who've tried to scam people with porn advertisements. That was rather frustrating to deal with.
I've had the rando. You can tell it's a phishing account, or like it's obviously a fake one, because it's got like the model profile picture, and then they always post a link like, for a good time, click this,
Yeah.
and it's just like, click, nope, ban, buy, hide. Like, nobody's falling for that, and if they do, it's by accident. Don't want them to get a virus.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that on videos too. People will comment and it's not even real. It's just a link to some shady website.
That's another big one of mine. Mine is no links in chat, and that's pretty cool.
Yep. I've noticed that slow mode will help deflect that, because AIs don't like slow mode. So I set it to 60 seconds usually, but that's only because spam, not spam like from the same person, but like just keeps going and going and going, and so I gotta like slow it down. Even then it's hard to catch up. So I gotta be like, okay, Chomp, you're my you're my moderator, but also I'm gonna put slow mode on so you don't have to do anything, pretty much.
Just in case something does happen.
All
Yeah,
right.
it helps a lot. I mean, he's had to boot people off before. It's not okay. It's kind of sad, really, but slow mode does help.
All right. I'm gonna make a save state because I can't. I was at the very end of that boss and I game overed. Slow mode helps, but I also I haven't dealt with that too much, like, in my chat. I've dealt with it in the comments, but not so much in the chat. There we go. I know I've dealt with a lot of really, like, asshole comments on my, on the shorts that I've done.
Yeah, shorts you get a lot of that.
They get a lot of views, though. My content, like, I make them knowing they're funny, but, like, I never expect the turnaround that I get. Like, I spent 3 hours on an animation. Really simple. 2,500 views. I was like, holy shit.
Hey Sam.
Yeah.
Are you going to Megaplex?
I will be there. Yes.
So,
Cool.
are all three of us going to Megaplex?
I'm not going to Megaplex.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm going to IFC because that's the only one that I can go to that I can afford at the moment.
That's fair.
Are you going to be driving or flying?
I will be driving.
Driving as well.
Okay, I actually, could you do something for me?
Well, what is it?
I need to give, Star-Raccoon, I need to give him something. And I was originally going to ship it to him, but I could never actually find anything to actually ship the stuff in because it's huge. I was wondering if you could possibly drive down and meet me somewhere, and I could give it to you, and then you could give it to him.
If you send me your general location, or even a zip code will work. Just like message it to me or something, and then I'll remap my route and see how much that takes it out of my way, or it might not, you know.
It probably
So-
won't, because you live. Okay, are you going to be taking Interstate 75 on the way down?
Most likely.
Then that's perfect, because literally I live in a town that is right next to I-75.
Okay. Yeah, just send me the credentials. Send me where you are, and I'll have a look.
Okay.
Because the route that I took last time was about 16 and a half hours if all you stopped for was gas. But
Yeah.
then again, there were two of us at the time. I'm driving down alone this time.
Aw.
I know Chomp was going to, but he couldn't do it because he had some stuff come up. I'm not gonna force him. But yeah, so I'll be going alone. So it probably won't take as long as anticipated since it's only be one person now.
Right.
So yeah, feel free to send it my way.
I actually just did
Cool.
in Discord.
There you are. Oh. Haha. Jolly good.
And we beat the boss just at that time. I'm gonna be making my own stop on the way back from Megaplex. Actually, I gotta stop in Georgia for to meet up with somebody.
Fun.
Hopefully, I might shoot a short with him just because I want to. But yeah,
Actually, Samson, if that's like if that's actually like pretty much en route, if not pretty close, I wouldn't mind you like stopping by for a bit.
You mean up here, or?
No, I meant like you taking stop down here on your way back or whatever, if you got some time.
Well, Monday's my only day to drive, so if I do make it up there, it's gonna be really late. So, it'll be, if I stop off, it'll probably be around like 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you're aware, because I'm gonna have to leave early Monday morning to get back around 10 or 11 on the same day. So, because I got work the next day, so.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say you could take and just like camp here.
If I had an extra day, I would.
beat the game.
Hey.
I didn't get the
game.
I didn't get the true ending, but I beat the game.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. This game never happened. Sorry to interrupt, but
You're okay.
thank you guys for filling the air while I was finishing up.
Yeah, just
No problem.
talking about comp plans.
Oh man, I've been preparing for this all month, basically. This is one where I'm like, I have to be prepared because this is the long ass drive and if I forget anything, there is no going back at all.
Mhm.
So,
I live in that weird like middle area where I'm basically the same distance from all the cons except for Megaplex. Megaplex would take me a moment to get to.
I'd believe it. Yeah.
Because it takes me about 8 hours to get to MFF.
That's not that bad. That's about what we do for MFF.
Yeah.
That's about 6.5 for me, MFF. I guess because it's further north than both, so that does help.
Mm-hmm.
But it sucks because MFF, I always have to leave late on Thursday to get there, and I'm there at 11 on Thursday, which I don't mind because, you know, I figure what's the point of taking Thursday off if, you know, I'm going to drive there anyway.
Yeah.
Kind of wasting a vacation day.
I don't know.
That's the reason why IFC is pretty much the only choice that I have right now, is because it's like 5-ish hours away, and it doesn't cost a lot for a hotel.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And it's still a pretty decent sized con. It's not big. It's not
No. It's
Anthrocon, but you know, it's still a pretty decent sized con. You mostly get a lot of people from Indiana and Ohio and Illinois. I usually see a couple people there from Kentucky, so you know, at least I have a couple people there to talk to about Kentucky stuff.
I don't want to get into Kentucky, honestly.
Why?
So my boyfriend's parents live in Kentucky, and they're the biggest dicks I've ever met, and they for some reason keep butting into our lives, and it's pissing me off. It's not good. I lived in Kentucky for 6 months.
I can definitely tell you lived in Kentucky because you said fur.
Ha! Ha!
Oh god.
Is it the fur we're thinking of?
No, Kentucky dialects. It's like
Oh, dialect. So not fur the person, but fur.
no, fur,
Yeah.
not fur the person.
Okay.
Just you know, it's like got that for me, and it's
Yeah, no.
Louisville, not Louisville, things like that.
Yeah, no, I lived there for 6 months, and it was just utter hell. I was living with my boyfriend's parents and him, and I was gonna be a manager at fucking GameStop, and they said, no, you have to go work at Amazon.
What?
Because your boyfriend works at Amazon, our son works at Amazon, you have to work in Amazon.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. But they screamed at me until I declined the offer. They made fun of my weight a shit ton, calling me 600 pounds. Over
What?
and over and over again. They proceeded to bitch at me when I said I wanted to move back to Ohio with Truman instead of moving and living in Kentucky. His mother screamed at me. And they both told me to essentially go. They both told my boyfriend to go find a girlfriend instead of me, which pissed him right the fuck off.
I bet it did.
And more recently, he's been paying for their phone bill because they're all on the same phone plan. Well, they went and kicked him off the phone plan without telling him.
That's not cool.
Yeah, he's pissed off about it. So, me and him are gonna go get a new fucking phone plan, because fuck that.
My only complaint with Kentucky is because the place where I live, there's nothing to do.
Well, that's the entirety of Kentucky.
I mean, unless you live in like Louisville and maybe Lexington.
Yeah. No, I've never known there to be anything to do down there.
Nothing to do. Jobs are usually only factory work.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And in terms of anything furry related, yeah, there's not much here either. And on top of that, there's like 2 different furry groups here in Kentucky, and they are at each other's throats constantly.
Why?
So I usually try to not I try not to get involved in any of that.
Sounds
What?
like another place I know.
Oh boy, can you go into any detail?
I cannot. I would
Damn.
be outing myself.
Okay.
Outing yourself.
Because I kind of flex between the two, so it's like, oh crap. That
Oh
would be
boy.
bad.
That's
I'm
fair.
usually kind of the person that's like, I just want to take and have like the friends that are decent and not wanting to cause drama between the two of them.
There you go.
But that's so hard when, you know, when some people don't really want to leave X group because they have friends in X group, despite the fact that those friends cause a lot of drama.
I know there was a furry convention down in Kentucky. I don't know what happened to it because it was gone by the time I moved down there.
Yeah, well, it originally started. I think the last one was like in 2017. Excuse me. And that was it. And the only reason why is because nobody down here is willing to put in the time to do it. Because I'd love to actually start a FurCon in Kentucky. That'd be great.
Kentucky just seems like a bad place to do it, though. With how far everybody would have to drive, and with how much
people take and drive to, you know,
Pittsburgh.
I know, but I mean like into your state at all. Like driving on my way to BRFF this year, we spent like I think 4 or 5 hours of this 6-hour drive just in Kentucky. Because it's nothing but mountains and cliffs.
right. Well, that's why you would hold it in like Louisville, because that's on the upper end of the plateau, so it's not like you have to do a lot of hill driving.
It's a major city too, so it would be
Yeah.
pretty fitting.
As we're talking though, we get everybody coming in now. Just as I'm doing just some extra stages to pad out the time. Hello Andre, hello February, Versington, Casey, Tyler, Gary, and Seskel. Hello, hello, hello. Be sure to leave likes as you guys are coming in.
Hello, everybody.
I believe
Yeah.
they're everybody from your chat actually.
You know, we cross-reference viewers, which is cool. You know,
They
enjoy the same kind of content.
They stop by every time.
It's good.
I kind of sort of love it because it's
I'm glad.
something different.
Yes, it's good to see your familiar faces. If I sound sick, it's because I'm just getting over being fairly sick. So yeah, which is sad because people were like, "Hey, you going to this event yesterday?" And I was like, "I can't even stand up. I can't, let alone person." So,
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Well, yeah, we're gonna have to do some shorts while we're at Megaplex because I missed my chances at AC.
AC was so busy for me, like you have no idea.
AC was, dang.
That was busy.
Yeah. I barely got time to hang out with, you know, the friends that I normally would, and you know, there's a few that I got to, which I didn't expect to, which is even better. But like, yeah, it was chaos, but it was a good kind of chaos because I was always doing something, which never bored. Happy to have that happen.
Yeah, now I'm just padding for time, so I'm literally. I like to make my streams at least 2 hours. And, you know, even if I don't get the bet. Yeah. Just figure it's something to do.
Oh man.
After this, I gotta start working on more icons and some commissions and stuff. I am gonna have to tag you guys though, because Yeah. Oh yeah, Spectre.
Yes.
I don't know how many people you have on fucking Twitch, but you have it set to save the VODs, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I had it set to save the VODs during one of my test streams where I was like, we're gonna play through this set of games on both platforms and see which one gets more views, and whichever one gets more views, I'll stay to. And I did Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And Twitch just said "fuck you" and deleted the VOD.
Really? Yeah, because what it is Twitch has a policy that says that you cannot upload your VODs to YouTube until 24 hours after the stream that you did.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
they've even been cracking down. I think they may have loosened up a little bit on it now. I'm not entirely sure, but they've been really cracking down on people doing dual streams to both Twitch and YouTube. Because
Sucks because I plan
Yeah.
to do that in the future.
I
yeah,
literally just gave up and said fuck it, because the one person who was watching on Twitch just jumped over to YouTube.
yeah. And don't get me wrong, I like Twitch. I like Twitch because it has a lot of features that YouTube does not have. A lot of features. Like they have the little point system that if you keep watching, you gain up points and you can take and make the streamer do stuff. I plan on having a lot of that in the future, especially when I start doing, the guitar stuff. Playing it with my bass and things like that, to where I could be like, oh, you want to take and have me switch effects to something different? And I'll do that, but...
Yeah, they've got some cool features. I couldn't stand to put all the effort into playing something for people and then just have that content gone forever. Like, they don't have a chance to even watch it at all.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's...
I don't...
So,
I was like, no, fuck that. I'm just gonna stream it on YouTube. Call it a day.
yeah. And on top of that, promotion is also kind of really nice to do, which is the reason why when you go to Twitch, you really want to be able to promote yourself, like, heavily. You want to take and join some, like,
Yeah.
support groups and things like that, because I'm part of a support group on Facebook for Twitch streamers. And I need to take and actually start posting there and be like, hey, I stream, take and follow me and stuff like that, just so I can take and build up some viewers and things like that. Because gaining viewers on Twitch is ridiculously difficult. I don't know why, and it's mostly because Twitch tends to cater a lot more towards their more popular streamers.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been asked before, why don't you just stream on Twitch? Because I'm like, most of the people on YouTube are not on my YouTube channel aren't gonna jump over to Twitch. They're just not. There's no chance of it.
Yeah, and some of the people who watch me on YouTube, they do jump over to Twitch and they do watch me on there. But some of them are like, well, I don't really have a Twitch, so I don't, I'm not really gonna take and make one.
Yeah,
Or anything like that. So it's like, well, I lose a lot of viewers there, which is the reason why when you have your VODs and things like that, you really want to like post those VODs as shorts, post them as like compilations on YouTube and things of that nature, and that helps build up your viewership, because people will see that and be like, oh, this guy's funny, I should take and actually go watch him live. Because I've done that with a lot of streamers and stuff, like Vinny and Varg Skeletor on Twitch. I took and discovered them through YouTube, and then I started watching them on Twitch, and they're great. So.
it hasn't been too hard for me to clip stuff on YouTube either.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's...
mean, you can definitely do that because they save your streams. So,
Yeah, and they have built-in clipping for YouTube stuff now.
yeah.
So it's
And
it's
what-
it's really easy for me to just do stuff. So
yeah.
I would feel bad if I was like, yeah, we just beat the entire Sonic series, and like by the time we finish, like, oh, we only saved the streams for like a month, so yeah, everything, all of the games you did back at the start, yeah, they're just fucking gone. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna save them on here and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been working. I'm really glad for the audience that I've been able to build here. Speaking of YouTube stuff, you guys should be sure to subscribe and whatnot. I didn't do my normal spiel at like the 10-minute mark, so make sure to like and subscribe. It's like a monster. It's a like and subscribe. Anyways. My insane ramblings aside. Also, Spectre, sorry if I scared the shit out of you the other night by just randomly messaging you on Telegram.
Oh no, you're fine. I have a lot of people just like people that I don't even know that they'll just randomly message me on Telegram and they'll be like, oh, I found you on like Twitch, not like Twitch, but Twitter and all that stuff. I'm like, cool. Because and what bugs me the most though, is sometimes when people take and find me on Telegram through like my name and stuff, which I actually need to change my Telegram name because people just randomly do this. Is I'll get a random message from someone that says like, oh, I found you on here from. I follow you on Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff, and then they'll start sending me porn. I'm like,
the fuck?
I appreciate it. I am an adult, and I do particularly like adult things, but please don't come randomly messaging me and start sending me gifts.
You don't do that.
Just please don't.
The fuck?
Because I had somebody. Because I also have a Bark account that I'd taken, rummage through sometimes. And people will just randomly message me on Telegram and start sending me that stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back off now.
I mean, the good part is that, like, I got to talk to you beforehand.
Yeah.
So, there's that. I'm also not sending you random lewd imagery.
Yeah.
Sorry. Why do people do that? That just confuses the shit out of me.
I don't know. Like if we take and talk for a little bit, and I take and express that, and you are absolutely 100% over the age of 18, then you know what? If you want to take and send me something you find interesting, and it's like I'll be like, oh, okay, that's pretty hot, but I'm just don't start sending me that out of the blue.
Yeah, I did think it was. You know what? I'm not gonna mention that because that would be bad for my part. Don't even worry about it. It's fucking love emulators. Love how the screen size just magically shifts because that was annoying. Okay. I'll give this another go. Actually, you know what? I'll try the submarine one. I'll try to get there by set submarine. Anyways, yeah, no. Yeah. Anyways, back to the game, because this is the last DS game in the Sonic series that I will be covering until the 3DS's Sonic Boom. So I was actually expecting this to take a lot longer.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I was like, oh, it'll take like 2.5 hours. Not just an hour. If I would have known that, I would have done it all within the one day. Well, I guess, I mean, it's extra bonus content.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but the next Sonic game we're playing is Sonic 06. It's going to be taking over Hollow Knight, because we just finished that last week. So, that should be interesting, to say the least.
Have you done the weird Sonic storybook games?
Yes, I did.
I've never played those, but those look so meh.
Black Knight is fun. Don't touch secret rings.
Really, I played a little bit of that before, and I thought it was no.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
And-
I know it's like auto run.
It's like half auto run, half not, but the last boss is such bullshit in Secret Rings that I don't recommend anybody play that game. Black Knight, though, it had good controls. The sword play was actually, decent. It just was an all-around pretty good game to play. Also, I missed a couple people in chat. Hi, Justin. Hi, Tristan Raccoon. Hey, Azel the Cheetah. Hi, Casey the Hyena. Hey, Ella Ronnie the Panther. And hi, Karmic. Speaking of Karmic, I actually did edits to his suit. So now he has more neck flap. I've been taking what... Oh,
Okay.
what... I said I've been taking what Blue taught me and just using it to great effect.
Oh, cool.
So I had to cut off the massive. So Karmic's head had a massive flap that went down to like the middle of his shoulder blades, but it didn't need to go down that far. So I cut part of it, and since it's the same length as the fur in the front, I literally just stitched it together that way, so that way then it's got more of a neck fluff that goes down to the middle of his chest, and the back flap only goes down to the shoulder blades. So, yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
I'm looking forward to showing everybody. And then did I show you Presto's updates yet?
I don't think so.
He's along with the fans, he's got more neck flap now. And a little pouch for the battery. So, yeah. But that's it for Sonic Rush Adventure. I don't really think there's much more I could show off without going and looking up a guide on how to get the emeralds, because I have no idea how to get the emeralds.
They're not important.
They're really not. We stopped Eggman and his nefarious plan. So that's been all for me. Yeah. Remember to hit subscribe. I've got a PayPal link down below. It's also on your screen. And in a bit after this video gets done processing, there will be 2 videos on my left and a button to easy subscribe on my right, left. Other way around. I don't know. Screen. Also, if you're new here and like to help out, we've got all sorts of links from a Discord to a Twitter, all in the description below. At GavinDragonYT if you want to follow me on Twitter. And we also have a Telegram group. If you want commissions, feel free to ask. I have been your humble host, Gavin the Kitty. Good night, everybody.
We'll see ya.
Good night.